As a member, I joined the church, I think the second or third Sunday after I had been in Los Angeles. And one day, I was given a note by the associate minister in the church, and he asked me to meet the pastor. So I didn't know my way around in Los Angeles, so he sent a limousine to pick up my parents home. When I got there to the hotel, pastor was sitting back with a big jug of alcohol, and at first my mouth dropped, and then I said, okay, I've learned to trust pastors. It couldn't be the worst in the world. This must be some good in it. So I'm saying, why me? Then I did ask, why am I here? And he said, daughter, you are a chosen one. And he gave me $100 bill and told me he was going to send for me again. And I thought that was all to it, right? The next time, it was dancing, alcohol drinking, smoking, marijuana, you know, the stuff that the folks on the street use.
Not the pastor.
Oh, yes, sir. Not just the pastor, but giant pastors from big cities, Chicago, Illinois, New Orleans, Louisiana, Atlanta, Georgia, New York. So there were quite a few. This particular day that I did get there, we were dancing Aretha Franklin, Respect, Luther Vandross, B.B. King. So I just got with the program, you know. And after we all got our buzz on, the pastor, my pastor and I had our own room and left other folks in doing their thing.
So did you kind of, you know what was happening then?
Absolutely, I knew. And then I was to keep my mouth closed. There was sometimes ladies from the same congregation, I was meeting them, me going up, them going down, or me going down and them coming up. So we were not to say anything to each other. And that went on for many, many, many years.
Now, you said that you were approached by the pastor. Were you attracted to him?
No.
You were not attracted to the pastor?
Not at all.
So you trusted him. Did his presence around you kind of overwhelm you, knowing that he was a pastor? Were you overwhelmed, so to speak, that, wow, I'm in the hands and the care of one of God's representatives?
Absolutely, because, again, I had learned to trust pastors, trust ministers. As I shake my head, I think about how, you know, he used his power. And when I say he used his power, his money, his gun, he told me he carried a gun, and if I got out of hand, he would use it. If I disrespected him in any way, that he would use the gun. And I asked him to see the gun, and he showed it to me, so I knew he was not lying.
So now, why, you say you had learned to trust pastors. What is it about a pastor that you had learned to trust?
Now that I'm grown, I know that the Bible says, put your trust not in man. But my uncle was a pastor and a minister. My grandfather was a pastor and a minister. And, you know, they just had the golden word. That's all to it. The golden word. Whatever they say, it goes. It's the word.
So you began to become intimate with the pastor.
Very intimate.
Okay, and so you were underage, though.
Very much so. I was 17 years old.
And how old was he?
Oh, I'm sure he was approaching 40.
Did the topic of age difference ever come up?
Not at all. Not at all.
Were you afraid not to be with him?
Yes.
And you just left and went to another church or got out of that situation altogether?
No. No, I was afraid. I had learned that, you know, his word was the final word.
Okay. Now, you say that people have faith in what their pastors tell them more so than God. You trusted what your pastor was telling you. At the time that you were intimate with your pastor, did you think you were doing the right thing?
Yes.
You were doing the right thing by being intimate with him?
Yes. Many times I asked him questions about our intimacy, and and I must say this, he said, I'm a man and my penis gets hard just like any other man, so I have needs also.